guys, today is finally the day that we're gonna stick the diff inside the GTI. It's finally been long enough. It's actually like 35 degrees outside right now, but I'm gonna get this heater going. That way we can warm up. But yeah, I'm gonna just go switch clothes and get everything going. I'm gonna replace the diff, the clutch. Well, the clutch, I'm gonna put a stage 4. It's capable to 580 horsepower, and a new flywheel, all that on there. And I'm actually gonna throw in my new boost gauge. Alright, I got the car all on jack stands. Now the first thing I'm gonna do up here is I'm gonna get rid of all of my intake. I'm gonna take off the the oil catch can, and I'm gonna take out all the battery and all that, just so I can access all this transmission stuff, like my shifter cables and all that, easier. And after that, I'm gonna focus on getting all the drive axles unbolted. But yeah, so first I'm gonna start with all this. I'll get all this ripped out real quick and take you guys step by step. So it's just a 10 millimeter on both sides. There's a bolt down here. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a bolt down there holding in my my battery from moving, and that's a 13. So it's just this bolt and this plate that holds in your battery from shifting around. And after that, you should just be able to yank your battery right out. Alright, now the next thing, after you get the battery out, just these 4 bottom bolts that hold your battery in. It's 4 10 millimeters. Alright, finally got off my 4-inch intake pipe to my turbo. I don't know if you can quite see my turbo back there, but that's the GT35. Alright, so I got the Diesel Geek shifter, short shifter off. This right here, it's just a it was like already kind of loose, but it's a 12 and a little clip on the side of this one, and it slides right out. I got that. I took off the for the slave cylinder, so you see it sitting right here. Just a little pin, this little pin right here. I took that off, slid that out, and then I got those 3 bolts back there off for the shifting cable. And now what I'm going to do is start working on all of the tranny bolts. You can see one right here. That's your ground, so you got to take off the ground, then your whole tranny bolt. But I'm going to go around, take all those off. And even the starters down here, you want to take off. They're all 17s, and I think a few are 16s. But I'm going to go around and take all those off, and then once I get done with that, then I'm going to work on getting those bottom drive axles out. Alright guys, I got all of the transmission bolts out except one back here. It's actually up underneath the drive axle, and in order to get the drive axles off, you either need someone to step on the brake or kind of find a way to hold it yourself. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. I'm gonna try and stick a jack up underneath the tire in order to hold it, but if not, I'm just gonna wait for my dad to get home, and I'll do it that way. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, this should be able to work. Just put some pressure on the tire. Alright guys, I got both of the drive axles out, and now I just have the piece of wood on the bottom of the oil pan holding the motor. And now it's time just to drop or take off the tranny bolts, the 2 tranny bolts, and drop this tranny out, and it should fall right out. There really shouldn't be a whole lot to it. So, all right, guys. So if you can see, I got both of the tranny mounts out. Now the only thing that's stopping it from coming down is this jack that I have supporting the motor and the tranny. But one thing that you want to make sure of when dropping this is this, your power steering line right here. This one right here. You're actually gonna have to kind of stretch it around it and then drop it. And as you can see, this is that power steering like I was telling you guys. But I don't know if you guys can see. Oh my gosh. But there's like a bunch of, like, something was rattling around inside my inside my fire. Yeah, see all that sparkly? Yeah, it wasn't like that when we put it in. So
I'll look inside this tranny.
yeah, I'm sure something has broke off or, yeah, that's a lot of.
Wow, something was really in there, Joe. They actually got inside the.
Yeah, that's cool.
Whatever it is right there. All this right here.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
That's all metal right there.
I'm sure it's something off my pressure plate.
Pressure plate broke again?
Yep, I bet. So yeah, just like I expected, the rivet on the pressure plate again broke. And the clutch is still decent, the stage 3. It has one little chip right here. You can see it. But yeah, I mean, it's actually still pretty thick.
Oh, look at that, Joe.
Yep.
That's what actually hold this right here. This is a whole plate right here. It goes
Yeah, it just bent.
That whole plate is gone from here to here. That's what ground up inside there.
Yeah, it just kept on until it went to what I did. That's actually still a good clutch. I'm gonna keep that.
It is, yeah.
All right, so this is the other one. There's no marks, just a little normal wear mark right here. It's all pretty smooth. So I'm gonna hang on to that and the clutch and trash the other pressure plate. Yeah, I'm gonna stick the flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate on, and then after all that's on, then we can start yanking the O2J out and putting the diff in. There's the diff right
in here?
Huh?
Oh, right here.
Yep. Yeah, and one of the bottom tranny bolts that mounts up to the tranny broke off inside there right when I took it off, so we're gonna get all that too. Alright guys, when you're lining this up, just make sure you use this aligning pin. That way when you try and stick your tranny back in, everything aligns right back up and it's all easy. I hope this one's as stiff as the last one. I'm sure it will be though, because the last one was a 17-pound clutch, huh?
Yeah.
Alright guys, got everything on the new flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate all torqued down. Now all we really have to do is just take this tranny apart and install the LSD. So yeah, right now we're just trying to get that bolt out, one now stripped inside, so we'll be working on that, and then we should be tearing this tranny apart here pretty soon. Alright, so we're going to start disassembling this tranny. We're going to disassemble it just like my last video. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to try and stick the video at the end of this video. But if you want to see step by step on how to take this tranny apart, then go over there and watch that video. But I'm just going to skip it from now, just because it's a lot more to record. But so yeah, we're just going to get this thing all torn apart. It looks like there might be a little bit of metal shavings in the tranny fluid, but oh well.
Check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get all this taken apart. Like I said again, if you want to see how to do this step by step, and I'll try and put it at the end of this video so you guys can go click on it. Alright guys, so we got the whole tranny disassembled. Right now we're just working on getting these gears pulled up and out. That way we can access the diff and we can install a new one. I'm probably going to go spray that one off with the brake cleaner real quick. Let's get all cleaned up and ready to go in. Alright, so we got that other bolt out. So yeah, we got all that slid out finally. Now this diff should just slide right out. So I'll just come on to show you. That's what it looks. It doesn't have that little square piece in there. So that one, now that one's just all ready to go in. I guess we can leave that little speed sensor in there, huh?
Yeah. You just gotta be careful so you don't break the teeth on it while we're sticking the back in there.
So yeah, what we're gonna do right now is clean that one with the brake cleaner and hopefully just slide it right in and it'll be all good.
Together, yeah, reversibly attached.
Once that oil gets back in those bearings, it'll be all lubed up.
Alright, now this big one goes first?
Yep, with this, yep, just like that.
And this one here.
And then that last one.
You hold it right here. Just like that.
That's it right there, isn't it?
Just like that, yeah.
Pretty simple.
Looking parts. It's right between your eye.
Yep, right in gear. Gotta get this car ready for Street Car Takeover.
Heck yeah.
I'm fingers crossed running a 10 this year.
Oh yeah, this should be easy, dude.
And I'm doing digs this year. Hopefully. 2 videos, what?
Chicka chicka woo woo woo.
And when you guys are sticking this case back on, just make sure this little hole right here is over here. So you gotta just make sure you line that up, and then this actually top bolt lines up as well. So we're just kind of going back over it with a razor to make sure the whole surface is clean.
Good seal on that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna throw some more gasket maker on here, and basically put everything back together. It should all be ready to go. Is it not coming up? Slowly. Nice good seal of gasket maker on there. So we're going to do this for the whole thing. Then we're going to drop that right on top and bolt everything back up, and we should have it back in probably less than an hour, huh?
I wonder why you stripped that bolt off.
Alright guys, so we got everything assembled. We actually had to take this the whole tranny apart again because we forgot this little shifter, the shifter forks. But right now we're sticking all these, what are they, 13s I think, yeah, 13 millimeter bolts all back on. And a little thing is this shifter fork right here is held in by these side ones. So if you want to, like, if you stick your finger in here, line this side up, then you can get this one over here and vice versa. So that's how we did it. And we just got all those put in. Now we just have to put basically our final gear back on and really torque all these down. And all the inside bell housing bolts, and we're basically done. We can start putting everything back on, and then throw my new boost gauge on, and we'll be done. But yeah, I did feel when he was spinning it, that other side was spinning as well, and we can honestly start putting on the couplings as well. But yeah, everything went really smooth.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got everything put back together. All the axles and everything are on. Car's back off onto the ground. But we got everything. Everything went pretty smooth. We were just doing a bunch of little stuff like finding bolts for the back of this intake. But yeah, we got a few more things. We gotta bleed the clutch. I'm gonna put in my new boost gauge and hopefully get my blow off valve done tomorrow. I want to stick it right here. Try to make that fit somewhere right there. My dad is always against everything I do. But yeah, I want to start it up on, let that gasket maker sit on the tranny. Make sure it gets a nice good seal, probably 24 hours. Add just a little bit of oil to it. But yeah, I mean, everything went pretty smooth. We'll probably go test drive it tomorrow.
You got some oil?
I do, but I'll put it in there tomorrow when we do everything else.
Well, I figured this is stuck on the tip of that.
But yeah,